Welcome to the Ultimate Sports Podcast. Today is Wednesday, April 17th, 2019. Today I'm going to recap last night's Stanley Cup playoff games, look ahead to tonight's slate, do the same for the NBA playoffs, go over the baseball games from yesterday, look ahead to today's games, do my predictions for the NFL schedule, and give out my best bet of the day. Alright, Stanley Cup playoffs last night. The biggest upset in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs, in my mind, took place last night in Columbus, where the Blue Jackets upset the Lightning 7-3. They sweep out the President's Trophy winners in the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is an absolute stunner to me. I thought that Tampa would sweep Columbus, but I was way off. And credit to John Tortorella and his staff. They were dead in the water in Game 1, down 3-0. They turned it around in that game, and they haven't looked back since. First period, 2 minutes and 26 seconds into the game, a power play goal scored by Alexander Teixeira puts Columbus up 1-0. Pierre-Luc Dubois scores about a minute later to make it 2-0 Columbus. Steven Stamkos gets on the board for the series to make it a 2-1 game. Second period, Seth Jones second of the playoffs, 3-1 Columbus. Cedric Paquette's first of the playoffs, 2-3. Braden Point on the power play ties it up at 3 apiece. Oliver Brockstand, second of the playoffs, gives Columbus a 4-3 lead. And then here come the empty net goals to put the game away. Artemi Panarin, second of the playoffs, 5-3 Blue Jackets. Alexander Teixeira, second of the game, second of the playoffs, 6-3 Columbus. Matt Duchene's third of the playoffs, into the empty net, 7-3 Columbus was your final. Like I said, the biggest upset in the history of the Stanley Cup playoffs in my mind. Number 1 star of the game with a goal and an assist, Oliver Brockstead. Number 2 star of the game with a goal and 2 assists, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Number 3 star of the game with a goal and an assist, Seth Jones. Another sweep. The Islanders over the Penguins, 3-1. Islanders move on to the second round. They're either going to face Carolina or Washington, as the Islanders eliminate Pittsburgh. But 35 seconds into the game, Jake Gensel scores for Pittsburgh, his first of the playoffs, 1-0 Pens. Then a minute and a half later, Jordan Eberle's fourth of the playoffs ties it at 1 apiece. Brock Nelson's third of the playoffs gives the Islanders a 2-1 lead. No goals in the second period. And in the third period, Josh Bailey's third of the playoffs into the empty net. 3-1 Islanders is your final. Number 1 star of the game with 32 saves on 33 shots, Robin Leonard. Number 2 star of the game with the goal, Jordan Eberle. Number 3 star of the game with the goal, Jake Gensel. So, big changes ahead in my mind for Pittsburgh. I think that there's a possibility of a coaching change here. And that's why Buffalo hasn't hired anybody yet. And the same could potentially be the case for Tampa. You never know. As Tampa's season ends in disappointing fashion, Pittsburgh obviously in disappointing fashion as well. So I think there's a chance that John Cooper and Mike Sullivan, one of those guys or both those guys, are unemployed in a month from now. Or I should say with other teams, because their current teams would probably or could fire him. And somebody that I think has saved his job is John Tortorella, because I thought he was getting fired after this series, but I'm wrong. Jets over the Blues 2-1 in overtime to even up the series at 2 apiece. This has been the best series so far. That was a great game last night. The scoring didn't start until the third period, 35 seconds in. Vladimir Tarasenko on the power play, second of the playoffs, 1-0 Blues. About 7 minutes later, Mark Sheffley's second of the playoffs ties it at 1 apiece. And in overtime, 6 minutes in, Kyle Connor's third of the playoffs makes it a 2-1 Winnipeg win, as Winnipeg steals home ice advantage back from the Blues. Number 1 star of the game with the overtime goal and an assist, Kyle Connor. Number 2 star of the game with 37 saves on 39 shots, Jordan Binnington. And the number 3 star of the game with a goal and an assist, Mark Sheffley. Last but not least, the Golden Knights defeat the Sharks 5-0 to take a 3-1 series lead. An outstanding performance by the Vegas Golden Knights. They go up 3-1 in the series. All Vegas in this one. About a minute into the game, Max Pacioretty started the playoffs 1-0 Vegas. Shea Theodore's first of the playoffs, 2-0 Vegas. Second period on the power play, Pacioretty second of the game, fourth of the playoffs, 3-0 Vegas. Alec Tuck's first of the playoffs, 4-0 Vegas. That was in the third period, as well as Jonathan Marchessault's first of the playoffs on the power play. 5-0 Vegas is your final. Number one star of the game, 28 saves on 28 shots, Marc-Andre Fleury. Number two star of the game with 2 goals and 2 assists, Max Pacioretty. Number 3 star of the game with a goal and an assist, Shea Theodore. Only 3 games tonight on the slate, all game 4s. 7 o'clock, NBCSN. Bruins, Maple Leafs. Toronto's up 2-1 in the series. Doc Emmerich on the call with Mike Mulberry and Brian Boucher, and this has been an interesting series. Obviously, Game 1 went to Toronto. Game 2 was the Boston game. Then the Kadri suspension happens, and then Toronto rebounds, wins Game 3. I think Boston wins here on the road. They even up the series at 2 apiece as the Bruins would take back home ice advantage in what I think will end up being a great series. And I think the loss of Kadri will hurt a little bit in this game for Toronto. So I'm going to say the final score of this game will be 5-4 Bruins, and I'm going to say it goes to overtime. I think it's going to be a great game tonight. 8 o'clock on the USA Network, the Predators at the Stars. Game 4, Nashville's up 2-1 in the series. I think they go up 3-1. I picked the Preds in 5. Game 1 was just a lousy game from the Predators. They've rebounded since then, and I really think that Philip Forsberg and company will put on their A games. Pekka Rinne will play well in net. I don't trust Ben Bishop, and I think the Predators will win this game by a score of 4-2 with that last goal being an empty netter. 10 o'clock NBCSN, the Flames at the Avalanche. Colorado's up 2-1 in the series. Gordon Miller, Ray Ferraro will be on the call. This should be a fun game. I'm going to take the Calgary Flames to bounce back and even up the series at 2 apiece. I took Calgary in 6, so I'm going to stick with my bones with this prediction. If the Avs win, I think there's a chance the Avs end up winning the series. So, I'm going to take Calgary by a score of 4-3, and I think that game goes to OT too. I think Johnny Gaudreau will have himself a good game. Now we'll switch over to the NBA, where there were some interesting results in the playoffs. 3 games were played. The first game of the TNT doubleheader was Game 2 in Toronto as the Raptors defeated the Magic 111-82. Huge bounce-back win for Toronto. They even up the series at 1. Kawhi Leonard was really good. 37 points, 4 boards, 4 assists. Kyle Lowry, great bounce-back game with 22 points and 7 assists. Pascal Siakam had 19. Off the bench, Serge Ibaka had 13. On the other side in Orlando, Aaron Gordon had 20. Evan Fournier had 10. TJ Augustine obviously regressed from his good game, and then Tyson Ross off the bench had 15. Well, the good news for Orlando is that they got a split. And if you want to make serious noise and get in the Raptors' heads a little bit, then you have to win these 2 games on your home court. The game on NBA TV last night, Nuggets over the Spurs, 114-105. Spurs actually had a 19-point lead in this game. Denver comes back and steals Game 2. This was a much-needed win for Denver. San Antonio now has home court in the series, but I think the Spurs let a golden opportunity slip away with this blown lead, or else I think they would have had full control of the series and they would have sent Denver into a bit of a panic mode. But now Denver seems like they have got some momentum. Jamal Murray was sensational. He had 24 points in the game, 21 alone in the fourth quarter. Nikola Jokic had 21 with 13 boards and 8 assists. Paul Millsap had 20. Gary Harris had 23, including 3 three-pointers. And Monte Morris had 11 off the bench. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, DeMar DeRozan had 31. LaMarcus Aldridge had 24. Derek White had 17. And their bench didn't do anything, which ultimately came back to bite them. Nightcap of the TNT doubleheader, the Trailblazers defeated the Thunder 114-94. Blazers pulled away in the second half to win Game 2 and go up 2-0 in the series. CJ McCollum was outstanding, 33 points and 8 boards. Damian Lillard had 29, including 4 3-pointers. Maurice Harkless had 14, and ironically, their bench didn't even do anything. And Lillard and McCollum were just awesome in that game. Paul George had 27 and 8 for the Thunder. Russell Westbrook had 14, 11 and 9. Steven Adams had 16 and 9. Their bench didn't do anything. That came back to bite them. But they always say you're never in trouble in a series unless you lose a home game. The Thunder did not lose a home game, so I'm going to say that they are in less trouble than people are making them out to be. 3 games tonight, 7 o'clock TNT, Pacers, Celtics. Kevin Harlan and Reggie Miller on the call. Boston's favored by 7. They have a 1-0 series lead. Indiana absolutely self-combusted in the second half on Sunday afternoon. Will this game be close? Yeah, at least for 3.5 quarters, but I think this is a game where Boston wins by double digits again. But they'll pull away late in the fourth quarters. Kyrie Irving and Al Horford make big plays. Gordon Hayward, I could see hitting a couple big threes. So I'm going to say the Celtics win this one 112-100. But it'll feel closer than that as Indiana will be within single digits with 5 minutes to go. 8 o'clock on NBA TV, you have the Pistons at the Bucks. Milwaukee's up 1-0 in the series, and they're favored by 15 in the game. Obviously, no Blake Griffin for Detroit. That obviously is a big loss for them. And I think that spells doom for the Pistons as Milwaukee wins again by 25 or more. I'm going to say 125-100 Bucks win, and Giannis is going to have a triple-double. 9:30 TNT, Jazz Rockets. Houston's favored by 7. Marv Albert and Chris Webber will be on the call for this one. This is a game that I think might be closer than people think. But I'm not so sure because Utah looked putrid in game 1. And James Harden and company were just shooting the lights out. It is really close to where I think it'll be the score, meaning the point spread. I'm going to say that the Jazz cover, but Houston wins. So let's go with 120-114. Rockets win. James Harden hits big shots down the stretch in that one. Now we'll move on to Major League Baseball, where there's some very interesting results from last night. And obviously we have to start with, in my mind, is the biggest series of the week, even though it's a 2-game set. Red Sox-Yankees from the Bronx, as the Yankees defeat the Red Sox 8-0 to take the first game of the series. James Paxton had his best start in his life, perhaps. He evens his record at 2-2. Chris Sale drops to 0-4. All Yankees in this one. Bottom of the third, RBI single, DJ LeMahieu, 1-0 Yanks. RBI single, Luke Voit, 2-0 Yanks. Bottom of the fourth, home run, Clint Frazier, 3-0 Yanks. RBI double, Mike Tauchman, 4-0 Yanks. Bottom of the sixth, 3-run shot, Mike Tauchman, 7-0 Yanks. Bottom of the seventh, home run, Gleyber Torres, 8-0 Yankees. That's your final. James Paxton was brilliant. 8 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts, ERA 3.91. His ERA was 6 before the game, and he lowered it big time, and that ERA might keep getting lower if he continues to pitch the way he did on last night. Chris Sale, 5 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts, ERA 8.5. So he was dreadful again. Pirates over the Tigers 5-3 in 10 innings. Pittsburgh's 9-6, Detroit's 8-8. Keone Kayla gets the win, he's 1-0. Shane Green the loss, he's 0-1. Nick Kingham gets his first save of the year. Top of the first, RBI single by Pablo Reyes puts the Pirates up 1-0. Top of the fourth, home run, Jung-Ho Kong, 3-0 Pirates. Bottom of the fourth, Miguel Cabrera scores on the pass ball by Francisco Cervelli, making it a 3-1 game. RBI double, Christian Stewart makes it 3-2. Bottom of the ninth, RBI single, Jaime Candelario ties it up at 3 apiece. And the top of the 10th, a 2-run go-ahead home run by Starling Marte puts the Pirates at 5-3. And that was your final. Joe Musgrove, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 6 strikeouts, ERA 0.81. He's been sensational this year. Matt Boyd, 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts, ERA 2.96. He's looked like one of the more improved pitchers in the league. Giants over the Nationals, 7-3. San Francisco's 8-10. Washington 7-8. Derek Rodriguez gets the win. He's 2-2. Steven Strasburg the loss. He's 1-1. Bottom of the second, RBI double by Steven Strasburg puts the Nats up 1-0. Top of the fifth, here come the Giants. Home run, Evan Longoria ties it up at 1 apiece. Home run, Steven Duggar, 2-run shot, 3-1 Giants. Top of the sixth, home run, Brandon Belt, 4-1 Giants. Top of the seventh, RBI double, Gerardo Parra, 5-1 Giants. Joe Panik reaches on a bunt single. Parra scores, 6-1 Giants. Bottom of the seventh, home run, Matt Adams makes it 6-2. RBI single, Anthony Rendon makes it 6-3. Top of the eighth, RBI single, Kevin Pillar makes it 7-3, and that is your final. Kevin Pillar has just been a pretty good addition for San Francisco, even though he's hitting only .222. Derek Rodriguez, 5 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, ERA 3.63. Steven Strasburg, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 8 strikeouts, ERA 5.56. Phillies over the Mets, 14-3. Phillies are 10-6, Mets are 10-7. Nick Pivetta gets the win, he's 2-1. Steven Maslowski's 1-1. Jared Eichhoff gets his first save of the year. Listen to this first inning for the Phils. Bottom of the first, 2-run double JT Realmuto, 2-0 Phils. 3-run home run Scott Kingery, 5-0 Phils. 3-run home run Maikel Franco, 8-0 Phils. 2-run double JT Realmuto. One of the runs scores on an error to make it 10-0 Phils. That was the first inning alone. Top of the second, home run Wilson Ramos makes it 10-1. Top of the third, home run Michael Conforto makes it 10-2. Bottom of the fourth, home run JT Realmuto makes it 11-2. Top of the fifth, sacrifice fly Wilson Ramos makes it 11-3. Bottom of the sixth, RBI double Scott Kingery drove in 2, 13-3 Phils. And an RBI double by Cesar Hernandez makes it 14-3 Phils. That's your final. Nick Pivetta, 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, ERA 8.35. Steven Matz wasn't even credited an inning. He couldn't even get an out. 4 hits, 6 runs, no walk, and no strikeouts. ERA 4.96. Oi. Rays over to Orioles 4-2. Tampa Bay 13-4. Baltimore 7-11. Tyler Glass now the win. He's 4-0. Dylan Bundy the loss. He's 0-2. Diego Castillo gets his second save of the year. Top of the first, RBI single by Rio Ruiz. 1-0 O's. Top of the third, RBI double Renato Nunez. 2-0 O's. Bottom of the fourth, sacrifice fly Yandy Diaz makes it a 2-1 game. The go-ahead home run by Avisail Garcia. 3-2 Rays. Bottom of the eighth, RBI single Avisail Garcia makes it 4-2 Rays. That's your final. Tyler Glass now. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 1.13. Dylan Bundy, 5 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 7.79. Cubs over the Marlins 4-0. Cubs are 7-9, Marlins 4-14. Jose Quintana gets the win, he's 2-1. Pablo Lopez the loss, he's 1-3. Top of the third, RBI single Daniel Descalso, 1-0 Cubs. RBI ground out David Bodie, 2-0 Cubs. Top of the eighth, home run Javier Baez, 3-0 Cubs. Top of the ninth, sacrifice by Ben Zobrist, 4-0 Cubs. That's your final. Cubs looking like they're turning a corner a little bit. Jose Quintana, 7 innings, 6 hits, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA 3.43. That's a great start for him. Pablo Lopez, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, a walk, and 6 strikeouts, ERA 5.85. Diamondbacks over the Braves, 9-6. An impressive win for Arizona. They are 8-9. Atlanta's 9-7. Yoichi Hirano gets the win, he's 1-1. AJ Minter the loss, he's 0-2. Greg Holland gets his third save of the year. Top of the fourth, RBI single Nick Ahmed, 1-0 Arizona. RBI double Carson Kelly, 2-0 Arizona. Bottom of the fourth, home run Ronald Acuna Jr. makes it 2-1. Bottom of the fifth, RBI double Freddie Freeman makes it 2-2. 3-run double Johan Camargo, 5-2 Braves. Top of the seventh, here come the Diamondbacks. 2-run single Eduardo Escobar makes it a 5-4 game. RBI single Christian Walker ties it up at 5 apiece. RBI ground out Wilmer Flores, 6-5. Diamondbacks, bottom of the seventh. Game-tying home run Ozzie Albies makes it 6-6. Top of the ninth, the go-ahead home run by Christian Walker makes it 7-6. And the 2-run double by Adam Jones makes it 9-6 Arizona. And that's your final. Robbie Ray, 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 4.64. Max Fried, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 3 strikeouts, ERA 0.92. Brewers over the Cardinals 8-4. Milwaukee's 12-6. St. Louis is 9-8. Brandon Woodruff the win, he's 2-1. Jack Flaherty the loss, he's 1-1. Bottom of the third, home run Lorenzo Cain, 1-0 Brewers. 2-run shot Yasmani Grandal makes it 3-0. 2-run double Brandon Woodruff makes it 5-0 Brewers. Bottom of the fifth, 3-run shot Christian Yelich, 8-0 Milwaukee. Top of the sixth, 2-run shot Marcelo Ozuna makes it 8-2. Top of the eighth, RBI single Yadier Molina makes it 8-3. RBI single Colton Long makes it 8-4, and that's your final. Brandon Woodruff 5 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts, ERA 5.23. Jack Flaherty was not good, 2 2/3 innings, 9 hits, 5 runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts, ERA of 5. Blue Jays over the Twins 6-5. Good win for Toronto. They're 7-11. Minnesota's 8-6. Aaron Sanchez gets the win. He's 2-1. Tyler May the loss. He's 1-1. Ken Giles gets his 5th save of the year. Bottom of the third, home run Jorge Polanco makes it 1-0 Twins. Top of the sixth, 2-run single Justin Smoke. 2-1 Blue Jays. RBI single by Rowdy Tellez makes it 3-1 Blue Jays lead. RBI single by Alec Hansen makes it 4-1 Blue Jays. Bottom of the sixth, game tying 3-run home run by Eddie Rosario makes it a 4-4 game. Top of the seventh, 2-run single Teoscar Hernandez makes it 6-4 Blue Jays. Bottom of the ninth, a home run by Marvin Gonzalez makes it a 6-5 game. That is your final. Aaron Sanchez, 6 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 2.86. Kyle Gibson, 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 7.36. Rangers over the Angels, 5-0. Rangers are 9-7, Angels are 8-9. Mike Minor gets the win, he's 2-1. Hamed Barria the loss, he's 1-1. Bottom of the first, RBI double Nomar Mazara, 1-0 Rangers. Bottom of the fourth, 2-run home run Asdrubal Cabrera, 3-0 Rangers. Bottom of the sixth, 2-run home run Joey Gallo makes it 5-0 Rangers. That's your final. Mike Minor, the complete game, 3 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts, ERA 2.6. Hamed Barria, 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 5.87. White Sox over the Royals, 5-1. White Sox are 7-9. KC's 5-12. Reynaldo Lopez gets the win, he's 1-2. Jorge Lopez the loss, he is 0-2. Top of the second, home run Lucas Duda makes it 1-0 KC. Bottom of the third, home run Yon Moncada makes it 1-1. Bottom of the fifth, go-ahead home run by Leori Garcia, 3-1 Sox. Yon Moncada again, 4-1 Sox. Bottom of the eighth, home run Yonder Alonso, 5-1 Sox is your final. The White Sox might be sneaky, not so bad after taking 2 out of 3 from the Yankees and taking care of business at home against the Royals so far. Reynaldo Lopez, 6 innings, 5 hits, an earned run, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 8.84. Jorge Lopez, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts, ERA 4.3. Rockies over the Padres 8-2. Colorado looks like they're starting to turn it a little bit. They're 6-12. San Diego's 11-8. John Gray gets his first win, he's 1-3. And Nick Markavagis, the loss, he's 1-2. Top of the first, 2-run shot Nolan Arenado, 2-0 Rockies. Top of the second, RBI double Charlie Blackmon, 3-0 Rockies. Top of the third, 2-run triple by Raymond Tapia to make it 5-0 Rockies lead. Bottom of the fifth, home run Will Myers makes it 5-1. Top of the seventh, home run Garrett Hampson makes it 6-1. Top of the ninth, sacrifice fly Mark Reynolds 7-1. Fielder's choice by Tapia 8-1 Rockies. Bottom of the ninth, RBI double Fernando Tatis Jr. makes it an 8-2 game, but that's your final. John Gray 7 innings, 3 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 3.42. And Nick Markavagis, 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts, ERA 3.6. So a little bit of regression there for him. Astros over the A's, 9-1. That's 10 straight wins for the Houston Astros. They're 12-5. Oakland's 10-10. Colin McHugh gets the win. He's 3-1. Marco Estrada lost. He's 0-2. Top of the first, home run, George Springer, 1-0 Astros. Top of the second, home run, Josh Reddick, 2-run shot, 3-0 Astros. Top of the fourth, bases loaded walk, George Springer, 4-0 Astros. Grand slam, Alex Bregman, 8-0 Stros. Top of the seventh, sacrifice fly, Robinson Trinos makes it 9-0. And the bottom ninth, sacrifice fly by Kendrick Morales makes it a 9-1 game. Colin McHugh, 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 1.96. He looks very improved this year. Marco Estrada, 3 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs, 3 walks, and a strikeout, ERA 6.85. Dodgers over the Reds, 6-1. Dodgers are 11-8. Reds are 5-11. Kenta Maeda gets the win. He's 3-1. Tyler Mahle the loss. He's 0-1. Bottom of the first, infield single, Alex Verdugo, 1-0 Dodgers. Bottom of the second, 2-run shot, Jock Peterson, 3-0 Dodgers. RBI single by Enrique Hernandez makes it 4-0 Dodgers. Top of the third, RBI double, Joey Votto makes it a 4-1 game. Bottom of the seventh, 2-run double, Alex Verdugo makes it 6-1 Dodgers, and that's your final. Kenta Maeda, 6 2/3 innings, 4 hits, and a run, 3 walks, and 5 strikeouts, ERA 3.8. Tyler Mahle, 6 innings, 11 hits, 4 runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, ERA 2.65. Indians over the Mariners, 4-2. Indians are 10-7. Seattle's 13-7. Shane Bieber gets the win. He's 2-0. Mike Leake the loss. He's 2-1. Brad Hand gets the 6th save of the year. Bottom of the second, RBI single by Tom Murphy, 1-0 Mariners. Top of the fourth, RBI double by Carl Santana makes it 1-1. Go ahead RBI single, Hanley Ramirez makes it 2-1 Indians. Top of the seventh, RBI single by Mike Freeman makes it a 3-1 game. RBI double by Leonis Martin, 4-1 Indians. Bottom of the eighth, home run Jay Bruce makes it 4-2. That's your final. Shane Bieber, 6 innings, 4 hits, an earned run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, ERA 1.71. Mike Leake, 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, ERA 3.86. Today's games, 1 o'clock, the Mets at the Phillies. Phillies going for the sweep. Jake Arrieta against Zach Wheeler. Arrieta 2-1 with a 2.25. Wheeler 1-1 with a 7.47. 1:30 Cardinals Brewers. Brewers going for the sweep. Michael Wacha, Corbin Burns, Wacha, no decisions with a 5.28 ERA. Burns 0-1 with a 10.05. 2 o'clock, Royals, White Sox. You have Brad Keller and Lucas Giolito. Keller 2-1 with a 2.45. Giolito 2-1 with a 6.19. 3 o'clock, Reds, Dodgers. Sonny Gray against Walker Buehler. Gray 0-2 with a 2.03. Buehler 1-0 with an 8.25. 6:30, ESPN. Red Sox, Yankees, the final game of this mini 2-game set. Nathan Eovaldi and J Happ. Eovaldi, no decisions with an 8.4. J Happ 0-2 with an 8.76. Since the game's on ESPN, I'm going to pick it. I believe on the call of this game will be Carl Ravitch and Eduardo Perez and Tim Kurkjian. I think the Yankees, despite all their injuries, get it done again. I don't think it'll be an 8-0 game as it was yesterday. J Happ has regressed this year, showing signs of decline after getting paid, and the same can be said for Nathan Eovaldi, except Eovaldi's younger, and to me, he was just great last year, and he really hasn't shown a capability to be what he's worth. I think the Yankees win a high-scoring affair. I'm going to call 10-8, and I think it'll end on a walk-off. Let me call it right now. A 3-run walk-off home run by Aaron Judge would be the first walk-off home run of Aaron Judge's career as the Red Sox bullpen crumbles at the end of this game. And the Yankee bullpen will be the difference in the game. So, giving the Yankees 10-8 winners to sweep the 2-game set against the Red Sox, courtesy of a walk-off homer by Judge. And I think it'll go down as one of the best moments of the season, just in general in baseball, against these two rivals. Indians, Mariners. Carlos Carrasco and Eric Swanson. Carrasco 1-2 at the 12.6. Swanson, meanwhile, no decisions with the 9 ERA. Pirates, Tigers. Trevor Williams against Stephen Turnbull. Williams 1-0 with a 2.45. Turnbull 0-2 with a 4.8. 7 o'clock, Giants, Nationals. This is a big one in D.C. Jeff Samardzija and Jeremy Hellickson, both pitchers want to know. Samardzija with the 1.62, Hellickson with the 2.25. So Samardzija is finally pitching up that contract, but the question is, does he keep it up? Orioles, Rays, David Hess against Ryan Stanek. Hess 1-2 with a 3.32. Stanek, no decisions with a 2.16. Cubs, Marlins. Cole Hamels against Sandy Alcantara. Hamels 2-0 with a 3.79. Alcantara 1-1 with a 4.24. 7:20 Diamondbacks, Braves. Zach Godley against Kevin Gausman. Godley 1-1 with a 7.41. Gausman 1-1 with a 2.84. 7:40 Blue Jays, Twins. You have Jake Odorizzi going for Minnesota and Trent Thornton going for Toronto. Thornton 0-1 with a 4.61. Odorizzi 0-2 with a 6.35. 8 o'clock Angels, Rangers. Matt Harvey and Lance Lynn. Harvey 0-1 with a 10.05. Lynn 1-1 with a 4.82. And at 10 o'clock, Astros Athletics. Astros going for 11 straight wins. Wade Miley against Frankie Montas. Miley 1-1 with a 3.45. Montas 2-1 with a 3.18. Now I'm going to predict some of the 2019 NFL regular season schedule. I will predict what the Sunday night games are going to be, what the Monday night games are going to be, the Thursday night games are going to be, and a couple of the specials that they occasionally have, as well as the Thanksgiving games. Opening night, it was leaked a few weeks ago, Packers at the Bears, and that is going to be because it's the 100th anniversary of the league, so that's already leaked out. That's opening night. That's a good one, by the way. Packers looking to bounce back with new head coach, new additions on defense, and then the Bears looking to repeat as division champs. Sunday night games. Week 1, I think New England will host Kansas City. That was obviously the AFC Championship game. Those two teams obviously met in the regular season last year as well and had a classic of a game. So I think that NBC would gladly take that as their Week 1 Sunday night game. The rest of the Sunday night schedule, Patriots, Jets, and this is in no order, by the way. I'm just making predictions on how the rest of the Sunday night schedule is going to pan out in no particular order. So Patriots, Jets, Browns, Patriots, Steelers, Browns, Seahawks, Steelers, Ravens, Rams, Panthers, Texans, Texans, Chiefs, Jaguars, Colts, Colts, Saints, Packers, Chargers, Saints, Bears, Bears, Rams, Packers, 49ers, Vikings, Seahawks, Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, and Eagles, Vikings. And of those games, the game I think will be the winner-go-home game that NBC will pick, or either win or go home or win or the losers in the wild card game. It has to be Eagles at the Cowboys. No doubt about it, because they love the NFC East. The Cowboys are the ratings machine that the NFL loves. So why not have Dallas and then their division rival Eagles battle out for the NFC East title. Monday Night Football. Week 1 doubleheader. The first game, Browns at the Jets. That's actually been leaked by some sources, but we don't know because sometimes leaks don't always turn out to be true. And the second game, Seahawks Cardinals. Why that? Russell Wilson, the newly paid, against perhaps Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. Why not? The rest of the Monday night schedule in no particular order. Bills Titans, Jets Redskins, Patriots Eagles, Rams Browns, Colts Steelers, Texans Ravens, 49ers Bengals, Saints Seahawks, Jaguars Broncos, Chargers against the Chiefs in Mexico, Raiders Chargers, Bears Giants, Panthers Packers, Cowboys Lions, and Cowboys Saints. For once Monday night, I see them picking up some good games. They had good games last year. They had Seahawks Bears, which ended up being 2 playoff teams. They actually had that classic Chiefs-Rams game last year that was supposed to be in Mexico City, but ended up being in Los Angeles, and then the Rams ended up winning that game. And Thursday night, Patriots-Bills, Jets-Dolphins, Steelers-Bengals, Ravens-Browns, Titans-Jaguars, Texans-Colts, Raiders-Broncos, Chiefs-Bears, Giants-Eagles, Cowboys-Redskins, Lions-Vikings, Saints-Falcons, Panthers-Bucks, and Cardinals-49ers. Thanksgiving games. I have the Lions hosting the Packers. That normally happens every few years. Aaron Rodgers on Thanksgiving always tends to play well. The Lions normally have a divisional team go in there and play. Last year it was the Bears, 2 years ago it was the Vikings. I have the Cowboys. I originally was going to say Philadelphia, but I decided to make that my Week 17 Sunday night prediction. I settled on the Los Angeles Rams, who have become a national team over these last 2 years, being in the mix in the NFC, making the playoffs in back-to-back years. So, playoff rematch on Thanksgiving. And in the Thanksgiving primetime game, Colts-Chiefs. Two teams that are going to be very good in the 2019 season with elite quarterbacks. These two teams obviously played each other in the playoffs last year as well. Saturday specials. Every year, weeks 15 and 16, you have the Saturday doubleheader. Whether one game's on NFL Network and the other's on CBS, one game's on the NFL Network, the other's on Fox or NBC or whatever. Steelers-Ravens, Titans-Panthers, Vikings-Chargers, and Rams-Seahawks. Those are some pretty good games. The Titans I threw in there. I just think that's a bounce-back team possibility, and I think the league probably would think that too about them. Vikings-Chargers, Kirk Cousins and Phil Rivers. And then Rams-Seahawks, obviously those teams are going to be battling it out for the NFC West. And then Steelers-Ravens, obviously, are longtime rivals. And then the Christmas special, which I do not think we played on Christmas Day, but I have a feeling that that Monday there will be the ESPN game. And then a game being aired on like NBC or something. We saw that last year on Christmas Eve. I just think that this season we'll see it on December 23rd instead. And I think that game will be Eagles at the Falcons. So those are my predictions for the schedule. I am probably going to be wrong on a lot of these. So on tomorrow's podcast, I'll look back on these predictions and see what I got right and what I got wrong. Let's see how I nail it in terms of the matchup and what primetime slot will be on in terms of Monday night, Thursday night, or Sunday night, or I get a primetime game right but on the wrong night of the week. Here's my best bet brought to you by FanDuel. I whiffed yesterday because a couple of the teams I had in there had lost. So I'm looking to rebound a little bit. The team that undid me yesterday was the Atlanta Braves, who lost to the Diamondbacks, as well as the Nationals, who lost at home to the San Francisco Giants. Here we go. The Boston Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, the Houston Rockets, the Milwaukee Brewers, the Los Angeles Dodgers, the Washington Nationals, the Tampa Bay Rays, the Atlanta Braves, and the Minnesota Twins. About 33-1 odds, wagering $1.50, payout $38.23. That's it for the podcast today. Tomorrow I'll be back recapping NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs, baseball, NHL mock draft coming tomorrow, another best bet, and I'll have a guest on tomorrow as well. I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.